So we just got to the Oasis at Death Valley. This is a resort and they have 4 charging stations for EVs, but only 2 of them are working. And thank God we just pulled up when someone left. So I'm gonna try this and see if this works because the other one did not. I have this adapter piece and I'm going to put on the end of it for the Tesla and we'll give it a try. Good news for us, this charger actually does work. We have 3 hours and 10 minutes remaining to get to a full battery, I believe is what I have it set to. Yep, a full battery so that we can make sure that we make it all throughout the park and make it out of here to the next supercharger on our way back to Los Angeles. We're gonna go maybe get a meal. It's about 3:30 on Sunday, so kind of right in between mealtime, but that's okay. We're just very fortunate that we got to the charger. There's a sign up here that says sea level. Compared to where we are on the ground, we are like 200 feet below sea level. We're in the middle of Badwater Basin.
That only has water in it once in a lifetime.
It has like 2 inches of water, maybe, and it's like salt.
But we're standing in the middle.
And there was a really epic sunset over there. It was pink. It was more pink than it is now. But it was really, really pretty.
And the moon's out.
And the moon's out. Can you see? Oh, I don't know where it is. The moon's out. Take our word for it. Alright, so I've been kind of bad about keeping video updates today, but where we left off earlier was we were able to charge at this Oasis resort. And so we were debating if we should leave and go to Badwater Basin to try to catch the sunset. We were going back and forth because we have plenty of battery to camp overnight, but we weren't sure if we would have enough battery to do what we wanted tomorrow morning and make it to Inyokern for the supercharger to get back to Los Angeles. So we were on the fence about that. We decided, okay, let's just go to Badwater Basin. We didn't drive all the way out here for nothing. So we left the supercharger behind. We went to Badwater Basin. We came back to the Oasis resort and got super lucky. There was 1 open here. There's 4 total, only 2 are working. So we got very lucky to get one that is working. So we plugged in and I'll show you the charging stats of that right now. Okay, so we are charging. We have 222 miles currently on our battery, which is equal to 69%. And we have 3 hours and 5 minutes remaining to charge to a 100% battery, which I would like to try and get to 100%, but even if we get to maybe 90, I would be happy with that as well. We plan to maybe go get some dinner. It's 6 o'clock on Sunday evening. We're gonna find something to eat, maybe try and watch a little Netflix again to pass the time if we have enough service here to do so. We have a deck of cards so we can play some games, read some books, and wait for this to charge. So we'll let this charge for a while and we'll check back in here with you in a minute. We're having a nice meal because we did 3 hikes today, but this saloon is really cool. It's got kind of a Western theme to it. Yum. It is now 8:35 p.m. We just had some dinner and we only have about 7 more miles left to charge, but it's going to take 45 minutes. So I think we're just going to go ahead and end the charging session now and get over to our campsite. I Thankfully the campsite is right down the road, so it's not very far, but we'll probably end up having to come back tomorrow morning just to charge a little bit because we plan to go to a couple more stops within the park. So after we do that, then we will be on our way back to Los Angeles. So I'll give you an update when we get to our campsite and go from there. Good evening. We're at the Furnace Creek Campground in Death Valley National Park. Wanted to give you a quick tour of my Tesla setup with all of our camping stuff in it so you can see exactly how we compartmentalize everything. So let's take a tour. So here we have the bed or the bedroom. It's a little messy at the moment, but basically we have an X-Bed Megamat auto mattress under here. I have several blankets, a couple of pillows, and we actually have a platform under here where we raised it up because the bed was actually a bit slanted, so our heads were higher than our feet. And so we were sliding a lot in the middle of the night, which was pretty annoying. So we raised it up quite a bit, and that added more room in the sub trunk. So that is the back with the bed in it. Coming over to the side, down below here behind the front seat, we have our hiking boots, which are really dirty after a long day of hiking. We have some more bags of stuff under here, like paper towels, toilet paper, other utensils and utilities and things. So this sort of becomes the shoe closet and utility area. And on this side down below here, we have a couple jugs of water. That yellow bag has all of our pantry food items in it. This white bag is our trash bag. And believe it or not, these hiking poles actually help hold up this corner of the mattress a little bit. So kind of a creative way to do that. But this is kind of our trash pantry sort of kitchen area until we get to the main part of the kitchen. And in the front passenger seat, we have the closet. So this is where we end up bringing the duffel bags when we are sleeping. In the back, we put them in the front seat. This has all of our clothes for the entire weekend. In here, I have some window shades that go up on the front windshield and all of the back windows as well. So this becomes the closet. And then in the front we have the kitchen. I have the Tasmanian cooler. So it's keeping everything cold so far. So we'll see what it looks like in about a day or so. We'll see if the ice is melted, but I'm not going to hold it open any longer. I think you get the point. So we are all settled into our campsite. It is 10:24 p.m. We're going to go ahead and get some sleep and wake up bright and early at 5 a.m. to do it all over again. Gonna catch another sunrise and then head back to Los Angeles. So we have about 308 miles left on the battery. We're doing really good. I expect to lose about 20 miles on the battery overnight. So we'll check in the morning and see where we're at. Good morning. It is 6:05 a.m. on Monday, January 15th. We are just about to leave our campsite and go catch a sunrise. We have 288 miles to the battery, and I think we started last night with about 309 miles, if I'm not mistaken. So overall, really not bad at all for running the heat all night long and keeping the climate very comfortable. It's going to take us about 9 minutes to get to this vista point, so we're going to go check out sunrise. We're going to hit up one other spot in the park, and then we're going to start the drive home. We are here at Zabriskie Point. You can see it's right there. The textures here are really insane. Just really a beautiful place to be. We just arrived at Artist's Palette. We are going to go see some pretty looking colors you can kind of see already from the car. So we're gonna go check that out. This is our last stop in Death Valley National Park. And then we will be hitting the road. Our first charging stop is in Inyokern, California. We will make it there with 28% battery left. We're going to charge quite a bit and then probably stop and charge again when we get to Lancaster or Palmdale and grab some lunch. So we'll see you back shortly. Alright, another quick update. So we just finished at the Artist Palette. We're back at the Oasis, and luckily for us, there is a charger open. So we're gonna snag a little bit of charge while we use the restroom and wrap up any last minute items before we hit the road. So we'll see you in Inyokern. Alright, so we finally made it to Inyokern. There's really nothing here. It's kind of a ghost town a little bit, but we made it at 74 miles. We're going to charge up quite a bit, so we'll probably be here for maybe 45 minutes. We're going to pack everything up in the back, including the mattress, and get everything cleaned up and organized so that when we get home it's super easy to carry everything in. So we're gonna charge and we'll check back in once we've made some progress. Alright, we've arrived in Lancaster, California. We're about maybe an hour or a little bit less from home. We gotta go to Trader Joe's to get some stuff for the week, but we're gonna charge. I'm at 150 miles currently on the battery. I'm only gonna charge up to about 80%. Now we're back in Los Angeles from Death Valley in Alabama Hills, California. It was super fun. I have a lot to share with you. Death Valley, all we spent money on was a souvenir at the gift shop, which was about $6 or so. And then our meal for one night for dinner, which was about, I think, $38. So, and then the only other thing that we spent money on was groceries to pack up some snacks to come out here. So that was about $50 worth of groceries. We made it well within under $200 for the entire weekend, which is fantastic. So a really great, affordable way to camp and enjoy our weekend. Also, another thing to mention is the annual park pass. So if you know you're going to be visiting more than a couple national parks in a year, it's worth it to purchase the annual pass. So this pass is $80, and each park you go into is a $35 fee you can go for 7 days, and it's $35 per park. So if you know that you're going to 2 parks throughout the year, it pretty much pays for itself. I went ahead and bought the pass when we were in Utah last November. I've used it now in Bryce Canyon, Zion, and Death Valley National Park. So at this point, it has already paid for itself. Definitely a worthwhile investment if you plan on doing a lot of traveling to national parks. Definitely get that annual pass. I look forward to our next trip coming up, which is going to be Pinnacles National Park in California. It's about 5 hours north of Los Angeles. So I'm looking forward to documenting that journey. Thank you for watching part 2 of Tesla camping in Death Valley National Park. If you haven't watched part 1, go ahead and watch our Tesla camping experience in Alabama Hills. This road trip was one big combination, but I decided to split it into 2 separate videos. But for now, like, comment, subscribe, save, share, whatever you gotta do. I really appreciate your support. I look forward to making more content like this for you in the future.